Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. So it's rather late into our Saturday evening, and I've pulled some cards for the Divine Feminine energy at this present time and the Divine Masculine's energy at this present time, and for the energy between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine at this present time. So let's begin with the Divine Feminine's energy. So using the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, I've already pulled some cards, and we have the Black Madonna, Lilith, Ananda Maya, May, and the underlying energy is Perpetua. So the Divine Feminine's energy, I'm going to read the messages that's on the cards. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. So Divine Feminine is remaining true in her authenticity. She's remaining true to herself. She's transforming any pain and suffering into love. And she's choosing her words and her thoughts wisely, being connected to the universe and understanding that her words and thoughts, they are spells. They're intentions that you put out there to the universe, and the universe will provide for you that which you are sending out. So the Divine Feminine is choosing her thoughts and her words wisely, and she's choosing to speak with love. She's also not ashamed to be on her own or to stand for herself and by herself, because she knows who she is. She knows herself, and she is authentic in all circumstances. So we're going to share with you the message from Perpetua. Perpetua. No, there's no L. Perpetua. Perpetua, even. It's one of those moments. It's card 22. Got the mirroring number. Okay. So the Catholic saint Vibia Perpetua shows us the power of authenticity. Perpetua was a married noblewoman and mother living in 3rd century Carthage, which is modern-day Tunisia in North Africa. The Roman Emperor Septimus Severus forbade any conversations to Judaism or Christianity. In celebration of his birthday, several Christians being instructed in the faith were arrested. Perpetua, along with a pregnant slave named Felicius, were among them. Those who would not renounce their faith were sentenced to a public death in the arena. While Perpetua awaited her trial, she kept a prison diary. The Passion of Saint Perpetua has become one of the oldest and most extraordinary early Christian texts. At one point, the Passion Perpetua describes a visit from her father. He begs her to renounce Christianity. She asks him, "See that pot lying there? Can you call it by any other name than what it is?" And when her father answers no, of course not, Perpetua continues, "Neither can I call myself by any other name than what I am, a Christian." The name Perpetua is derived from the Latin perpetuus, meaning continuous, even though her father visited several more times to plead with her to be a dutiful daughter, wife and mother. Perpetua refused to renounce her faith in Christ, and she maintained this truth as paramount at a time when a woman's societal role was defined by her father and husband. Her prison diary also relates her relationship with Saint Felicius and the class structures that Christianity transcends. Even though one is a noble woman and one is a slave, they died in the arena together in 203 CE as equals and as sisters. So when your soul selects her card, when we find the courage to be true to who we are, a vitality returns to us. A voice that's both moving and compelling simply because it's authentic. Saint Perpetua's words in her very personal and emotional diary were so impactful that 200 years later, the renowned church father Augustine would write about their beauty and truth. Saint Perpetua suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Even in the face of death, she courageously held fast to her truth, that she was Christian. Her right hand reveals the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journal writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the voice, the soul voice inside us, and of going inward to find our answers. Perpetua is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it's just to record our dreams each morning. The inner voice that greets us as we write strengthens our authenticity. that voice becomes a light, a fire that calls to us and claims us as we dare to live out its truth. So that is the Divine Feminine's current energy. She's being fearless to live her truth. She's remaining authentic to who she is. She is the Divine Feminine. So now moving on to the Divine Masculine's energy. And here we have Thor and Ra, with Thoth being the underlying energy. We have action, power, and wisdom. So Divine Masculine is feeling ready to take some sort of action. He's feeling in his power. I feel that he's been connecting to his inner power, connecting to his inner wisdom to make wise choices regarding the action to take. So let's see what comes through in the guidebook, if I can find them. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. I keep bumping the camera. I literally keep kicking it. Oops, sorry about that. So let's read the short message on Thor. The time has now passed for waiting and inertia. Real action is necessary. Oh, trust that you are protected and supported while you move forward. Know that you have power and it is real. This card, the card of Ra, is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from the inside out. So just as I was saying, how the Divine Masculine is connecting to his true self, to his inner power, to his higher power and his inner wisdom to make wise choices about the action that he is going to take. So I'm going to share with you Thoth's message. So trust that you know. I'll repeat. Trust that you know. Discern and simplify all the opinions and information being directed at you. So he's discerning any information that he's being faced with or that's coming to him. So let's read Thoth's message. Equally at home with their feet in the mud of the river, or gracefully gliding among the clouds. Ibis, I'm not sure if I said that correctly, are everywhere around the Blue Nile. This stately bird is the symbol of the wisest god in Egypt. The regal ibis-headed god Thoth ruled over scribes, learning wisdom, and in later periods
mathematics. As he knows the most powerful words and invocations to use, he became a powerful god of magic. It is he who told Isis what spell to use to resurrect her dead husband Osiris, and he assisted her again with the words to remove the poison from her son Horus. As the inventor of the alphabet, he is the patron of scribes, writers, and anyone who works with words, like public speakers. Egyptians credited him as the author of any books on magic and invocation. The cult of Thoth and his messages of regulation and balance crossed from Egypt and extended into Greece. With knowledge comes wisdom, and Thoth is the god even other gods consult for wise counsel. Fittingly, his wife is Mart, the goddess of justice, and they work together in the justice system in Egypt and with the pharaoh in his court. Everyone has his or her own source of wisdom within. We need to learn to trust what we know we know. Thoth teaches us that while we can seek counselling from others, our best resource is often ourselves. Should you be learning something, seeking knowledge, studying in school, or undertaking exams, Thoth will be watching over you. His energy not only inspires you, but also gives you practical guidance on how best to realize our dreams. When he appears, trust the wisdom inside yourself and go forward with your learning, feeling positive and confident. So Divine Masculine certainly taking this time out. I himself very much connecting with his own innate inner wisdom and higher self. And Thoth, the wisdom of Thoth, is guiding the Divine Masculine today, helping him to trust his wisdom and to go forward feeling positive and confident. Feeling confident. Thank you. Okay, so the Gods and Titans book, I always find that I don't know, I always feel lost when I'm reading it. I feel like anyway, so let's move on. Oh my gosh, I've got doors blowing open in my house. There we go. So now let's move into the energy. So the top of the cards I've pulled cards for how does the Divine Feminine feel towards Divine Masculine, and how does Divine Masculine feel towards Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminine, and I think it's card number 2. I need to get closer, excuse me. No, it's card number 7. So Divine Feminine's very much connecting with her authentic self and her inner wisdom, and not being ashamed or afraid to be her authentic self. And she has the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. So just as we were saying with the Divine Feminine's energy cards earlier, how the Divine Feminine is
is really changing and focusing, being aware of her thoughts and of her words at this time, because what she's aware that what she's putting out to the universe will pick up on and send that back to her. So she's really understanding and focused now on being her true authentic self, and not being afraid or ashamed to hold back on love, on feeling love, in generating love and sending it out into the world, into the universe. So Divine Feminine, if she felt that any problems that she may have felt that there were between her and her Divine Masculine, then the Divine Feminine is shifting her focus from the problems and just moving her awareness back to the love that she feels for her Divine Masculine. So how does the Divine Masculine feel towards Divine Feminine at this time? And we have card 49, which equates to the number 4. So, that's the number of kind of stability. I'd kind of say strength, because you're being kind of grounded. I imagine like four posts in the ground. They're grounded. They're being supported. They're solid. It's it's like a solid structure. So it's quite positive for the Divine Masculine being, that's his energies focusing on. He's feeling quite strong and stable and structured when it comes to the Divine Feminine. And his actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. So wow, Divine Masculine is, as I was just channeling now, is that the Divine Masculine, he's possibly like connecting here with the Divine Feminine and expressing his love, or expressing himself in some way towards the Divine Feminine. But this could be in like it could be structured, it could be so quite planned out and structured. That's what's coming through. So the underlying energy for how Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine feel towards one another and what's going on between you. We have honesty is essential, card 38, which is card number 11, so we can call that our twin flame number. It would reduce down to the number 2. It's also like the number of union. So honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So that's kind of what I was picking up was, so perhaps there's been communication, or there's going to be communication between Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine soon. And Divine Feminine's really conscious of and being mindful of her words and of her thoughts, because she's focusing on and just being aware to focus on the love that she feels for the Divine Masculine, because that's the only thing that is real is love, and love is the most positive and highest vibration that the universe can pick up on to support you. And I really feel that it's quite a, for the divine masculine, it's quite a scary thing for him. There was a lot of fear energy that was coming through with that, and for the divine masculine, it's a really scary thing for him to actually. It keeps coming in the darkness when I see, because he's like in shadows a bit, and even the divine masculine's cards over that side of the table, you know, they still look. When you look through the camera, they look really quite dark still. So he's still like lurking. Like he's wearing I can't show you. He's wearing a mask in the card. But I feel very strongly here that, you know, that there is this opportunity, or you've either spoken already, or you're going to be connecting and speaking with one another. The divine masculine is going to, you know, communicate and recognize that it's honest. It's essential to be honest with you, divine feminine. And he recognizes, he is recognizing here that well, we can move on to our next card, which is Cherish. He recognizes here that he does cherish you, that he actually does cherish you and does cherish your relationship, you know, and you both do. That's the energy between you at this time. You know, it's like you're both feeling this same energy towards each other, and feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. So I really feel here that the divine masculine is, you know, is probably feeling these. I mean, divine feminine will sense the strong emotions, but I really feel here that the divine masculine could be the one that struggles more with handling and feeling these strong emotions. So I excuse me. So let's pull a Work Your Light oracle. I wasn't really sure which deck, Spirit. So where did we get to? I kind of got skipped out for a moment. Who skipped out? Not quite sure what that's about. So it's like, yeah, the divine masculine has been taking this time out because he's been connecting with his self, and like and divine feminine, you know, she's been connecting with herself and standing true to who she is and not being ashamed or afraid to be her own guru as well. And it's like you're very much, you know, mirroring and kind of doing the same thing, just separately. But you may be together, you know. Some twins I know have already come into union and are already together, and this reading is showing that this is definite. This is beautiful progress, you know. This is, I mean, progress. This is like coming together where you're talking and expressing your emotions honestly. So we have Star Mother out of this deck. How can you mother yourself? So that's like that's excuse me, that's like the energy throat chakra. Again, it's all about like getting ready and preparing to to speak up and finding it really difficult. That only started happening when I actually moved and stood on the side of the table where the Divine Masculine's cards are. So I'm actually going to move back to the other side of the table where the Divine Feminine's cards are, and hopefully my throat won't like get irritated. Thanks. So yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's difficult for the Divine Masculine to speak up. You know, he really wants to speak up. Every time he goes to, it's like his throat like clams up, and he finds it really difficult. So Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine at this time, you know, how can you're working on like mothering yourselves, and nurturing yourselves. You know, I feel that you're both kind of connecting here, you know, with yourselves in a new way. And the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy here, we have birthing a new age. Didn't we get yesterday? It was like at the time, it was a new time of a new chapter, you know, a new beginning and a new chapter. And today we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Wow, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. You're working on dreaming a new world into being. Okay, so let's find the card. Hang on. Thanks. Birthing a new, right, so that's page 92. Thank you. So birthing a new age. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new one to rise. Like diving, no, it doesn't say that. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from past times. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. Wow, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. So right now you are birthing this new age. You've reached this new point in your journey, this new chapter. Oh my gosh, which I've really plonked the stand in the way, haven't I? I keep kicking it. So let's finish our reading with a Lover's Oracle. I kind of have to walk around the table, jump over wires and okay. I just caught sight of that new beginning card in the Lover's Oracle. Well, let's give it a shuffle and kind of final message. Thank you. So I hope you found this reading helpful. Oh, we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, we'll get another card. Thank you. And we have oh my gosh. Hang on, I literally just threw it down. We have twin flames. Your passion ignites. I was literally speechless. Wow. Well, there we go. Oh, hang on, there's another card at the bottom of the deck. It was literally turned over. No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. It was my imagination. Thank you. So I'm going to leave that reading there. That was just a magical ending. I couldn't believe that. So I really hope that you found this reading helpful and that you got something from it. So I appreciate you all being here. Much love, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.